Hello, boys and girls. Quick question. Does Frank Tufano look healthy to you? I heard Sashimi Dairy Girl. Yeah, I know she's batshit crazy. Her channel is just pure comedy. Maybe we'll talk about her in the near future. But I heard her say, and a lot of other people say this too, that, well, look at him, meaning Frank. He looks healthy, right? So his diet must be working for him. While at the same time, Sashimi Dairy Girl bitches and moans about how beef is unhealthy for you. So, whatever. That girl's a joke. But a lot of people have said that Frank looks healthy, does he? I mean, yeah, we're gonna get a little superficial here, and we're gonna judge the man a little bit. It is what it is. But his skin looks pretty blemished, doesn't it? Unless you think he cut himself shaving. Yeah, okay. But maybe some of those are natural. I don't know. Some of those look like zits or blemishes, whatever. I mean, shit happens, right? Happens to the best of us. I can't remember last time I had a zit. Oh, that's right. When I ate too many plants. Anyway, you know, now that he's in natural light, you could clearly see dark circles around his eyes. His eyes are both a little puffy. Man, those dark circles around his eyes. Ugh. Obviously, his eyes still have that tired look to him. He just doesn't look right? And he's got the sanpaku going on, even though it seems to be less prominent right now. But he definitely has dark circles around his eyes, and he's got the vegan eyes, the disappearing, right, sunken vegan eyes. Come on, man. I mean, I know a lot of you watch Vegan Deterioration, and she does great work, and her channel, I think, is very important. And this is something that she points out all the time, right? Those starving, sunken-in eyes. Frank got them too. Look at that, right? I mean, the kid never looked healthy to me. He never looked optimally healthy, and I get it, people have health issues, this and that. Shit happens. It is what it is, right? Nobody's perfect, okay? I definitely am not perfect. But that's why I don't give dietary advice, okay? I'm just trying to figure shit out for myself. I'm not on here telling you how you're doing it wrong, right? You're doing the carnivore diet wrong because you drink coffee while I myself am drinking coffee on the side, right? Frank has criticized so many people for doing it wrong, and he can't seem to be able to figure his own shit out, can he? Right? If you were drinking coffee, well, you were dead wrong. You weren't doing the carnival diet. And there he is, eating honey, drinking wine, eating bread, doing all these things, right? Complaining about how meat is boring, putting spices on his meat, using leaves, right? Herbivorous fare to spice up his meat. It is what it is. I'm not judging him for it. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying he has set a certain standard for himself and everybody around him, a standard that he himself cannot seem to be able to live up to, right? So if you're going to put yourself out there and you're going to judge and attack everybody, well, you best make sure that you're perfect, right? He's not. And I haven't watched all of his videos, but from the ones that I've seen, let's recount some of Frank's health problems, right? Low testosterone, histamine intolerance. What else was wrong with him? I can't remember off the top of my head, but there are like 6 or 7, or didn't he have candida? Didn't he have some kind of stomach issues, right? Now, what's the latest thing? Like mineral deficiency or something like that? Iron overload, right? It seems like every month or so, or very, very frequently, Frank has got some kind of health issue, right? A lot of people would say, well, the things that he does, and not so private, right, with some of these other degenerates, some people would say that that's a disease too. I'm not sure I necessarily agree, but, hey, people have opinions. So, how is this guy, Lakshmi Dairy Girl, or anybody else out there, how is this guy healthy while at the same time constantly reporting new health problems that you yourself, Lakshmi Dairy Girl, are completely aware of, because there you are making a video about it, right? And then you turn around a couple months later and call the guy healthy. But this is the problem with Frank sycophants. They see no fault in this guy because they're infatuated. They're hypnotized, right? Is Frank really a picture of health? Really? And if so, why is he sick all the goddamn time? Right? Anyway, and that's not even mentioning his apparent mental illness, whether he's playing it up or not. I mean, the guy's, he's not all there. He's paranoid, he's delusional, and all these other things. Oh, and one last thing, because I'm seeing some more sycophants, Frankie sycophants come out. Or maybe we'll just call them wanky. Wanky sycophants coming out and defending him, right? Saying that it was wrong for other people to shame him for that which he does. Now look, there seems to be a bit of a contradiction there. Is what Frank does, is that shameful? Okay, and if it is, then why can't we shame him for it? See, this is the problem that I've had since the beginning when criticizing someone like Frank. If me saying that, he puts things up his butt, which, lo and behold, was true. See, this is what a lot of you don't know. A lot of us in this so-called carnivore community, and I don't even eat carnivore anymore, and I don't think I ever will again. But I do support the diet, but more on that later in another video. This is the problem that I've had for the longest. When I mention Frank, and I don't mince any words, I talk about that which he does, somehow I'm homophobic, and, it's not okay to talk about it. Well, then if it's not okay to talk about it, how is it okay to do it? And if it's not okay to do it, then why is it not okay to talk about somebody who's doing things that aren't okay? And he wasn't doing them in private. He was doing them on a public website, right? That's how people got a hold of the videos. They didn't hack into any system. They were right then and there for anyone over 18 to be able to go, well, anyone pretending even to be 18, to be able to go and check them out, download them, and do what they did. So legally, Frank doesn't have a case. He's bullshitting. He doesn't have a case against any of these people. YouTube will probably listen to him and censor those videos because, the shit's, it's kind of a delicate topic, and, they don't need that on their platform, basically, is what I'm saying. But, and they want to make at least some of their creators happy, right? Especially someone like Frank, who's probably bringing in more money than the average person. Definitely the people that he is responding to, whose videos he's flagging or his supporters are. Anyway, there seems to be a bit of confusion going on when it comes to Frank. Well, no shit, right? No wonder all these confused people respond favorably to a confused mother flower like Frankie. Shocking. It should make sense to people. But anyway, again, if what he's doing is okay to do, then it's okay to talk about it and show it, right? If it's not okay, well, then there's something wrong with what he's doing, isn't there? Come on, people. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Is there something not okay with that? And if it's completely and utterly okay, then we can talk about it. And what us talking about it and showing it is not shaming him, is it? Can it be? And if it is shaming him, shouldn't he be shamed for doing shameful things? Come on, man. What are you doing? And another thing, one last thing about people complaining that Frank got outed and shamed or bullied, and all of those things are true, at least in some instances, some context. Yeah, okay, I agree. But I still don't see how that's wrong in the context of Frank doing that to everybody else. I mean, the way he attacked someone like Matt Monarch, whom he knows nothing about, he never watched any of his videos, and I don't know Matt personally, but I've met his wife. He is a member of the real world community here, and I've seen him around, and the last time I saw him, his calves were smaller than my forearms, and he needed a person to chaperone him around. That dude was in a bad way, right? Because he believed the bullshit that he was selling. He didn't know it was bullshit. He believed in it, okay? But Frank will demonize the guy, attack him, say that he's evil when he doesn't know anything about him, just for clicks, just to look like, just to convince all you dumb motherfuckers out there that he cares about people, right? He's gonna come out and completely and utterly attack someone who in reality is innocent. Okay, wrong, and maybe not completely innocent, but definitely innocent of the things that Frank is accusing him of, right? Being purposely just a malicious person, selling people shit that makes them sick and doing so knowingly, right? He never did that. He fell for his own bullshit and he got sick. And he knows better now. And he's coping and dealing with that. What Frank's going to do is kick him while he's down. But to do that to Frank is not okay. Hilarious. It's hilarious how none of you sycophants, Frankie wanky sycophants, had anything to say about him just coming outright attacking everybody and anybody he felt like attacking. Making shit up about them, slandering them, lying, accusing them of things he never showed any proof of, right? Doing all this bullshit. But then when someone comes out and just puts a mirror basically to Frankie's face, or shows you that which Frank is exactly, not mincing any words, not adding anything to it, just showing you exactly that for who he is, what he is. Somehow that's not okay. It's not okay to show Frank for who he is. That's the message I'm getting from all of this. It's not okay to talk about Frank honestly, to paint the picture and all of it. To paint an accurate picture of who Frank is not okay. Why is that? Why? You guys aren't making any sense. The dude will set a certain standard that he himself cannot even live up to, right? He'll say, this is what it means to be carnivore and all of you are doing it wrong. And then he changes what it means to be carnivore or his own diet, right? Essentially admitting, tacitly anyway, that he was wrong. But he never apologizes for it. He never makes any correction saying, oh, I was wrong. I apologize for misleading you, right? No, he projects that onto other people. I mean, he said so many asinine things that will get a lot of people sick. Probably already have. Whereas, this is just one example, whereas everybody on the ketogenic diet who has studied the diet and knows anything about it understands how important potassium is, right? And if you got a supplement, you got a supplement. But Frank will come out with the video, even though he's on the carnivorous version of the ketogenic diet, talking about how you don't need to worry about potassium. Is that why he looks like shit? Is that why he had iron overload? Is that why he's constantly suffering some kind of health issue? Because he has no fucking clue what he's talking about? While projecting that onto everybody else? I mean, come on. How many times do I have to say the same shit over and over and over, giving you different examples of the same projection for people to understand what's actually going on here? Everything that Frank is doing, saying that other people are doing, he is likely doing himself. Being a shill for some sort of agenda, somebody included. And in due time, that will come out as well. And a lot of you who have blindly followed this guy like an idiot, a dumb sycophant, well, you're going to get burnt. That's all I'm saying, all right? Frank has gotten everything that he deserves, and he hasn't even gotten a tenth of that which he dished out. So quit bitching and moaning and start telling the truth. Thanks for watching.